It's another day at work for Ziad Hanzal at this hospital in Azaz. The atmosphere is calm and the people are smiling, but the memories of war are not easily forgotten.
This hospital's facilities were very poor. There was a shortage of doctors and nurses. Due to the city's proximity to Manag military airfield, it was heavily targeted. There was a surgeon, an orthopedic doctor, and a few nurses. Our means were very limited. Thus, until the liberation of Manag airport, we treated many military casualties. Those that we could not treat, we would transport them to Turkey until 2017.
Azaz was one of the first cities liberated from the Assad regime. Ziad says he first started protesting peacefully, but when the regime's forces started stifling the protests with brute force, and even opened fire on its own citizens, he understood he only had one option.
In 2012, the battle between the Assad regime forces and the SNA shifted to this location. Minnak Military Airport was a strategic location where the Assad regime forces could supply its troops with more soldiers and more military equipment, which resulted in a year-long battle for this critical location.
And the once peaceful towns surrounding Azaz became battlefields.
We came to carry out an operation at Minnak Military Airport. The Assad forces had set up in some of the houses here. Some of my friends were martyred in these houses. After clearing these houses, we advanced towards the airport. As we advanced, 2 of my friends were martyred, and we went to retrieve their bodies. As we entered through an opening in the wall, they opened fire on us with tanks and snipers. I was injured by a bullet that went through my arm and shrapnel that impaled my torso and my leg.
Like Ziad, many civilians in Azaz joined a war to expel an oppressive regime.
I saw Zaid was injured. I went to him, but he told me to leave me and help someone else. I told him I wouldn't leave him. He insisted, but he was losing blood pressure, so I took him from his hands and brought him to the hospital.
Ziad was brought to Gaziantep in Turkey to receive proper treatment. He opened a small shop and enjoyed peace in Kilis for 8 years. When Turkish forces helped liberate Azaz from the YPG terror group in 2016, he returned home. He says he has never had higher hopes for Syria's future than right now.
We are a resilient people, and our hearts are clean. If the international community helps us get back on our feet, we will be better than before. We do not harbor terrorism. We cannot accept such things. Our people are full of life. It is clear from history. All we want is to live peacefully, nothing else.
Ziad understands the road ahead, but says the strength of Syrians that has gotten the country through much worse will also get them through this phase. Yunus Demiroglu, TRT World, Azaz, Syria.